Hey, you dorks, this is Gunnar Hansen, Leatherface from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and you are listening to The Dorkening.
Hi, I'm Brian Johnson, and although you probably accidentally stumbled across it and have no idea why you're watching it, you are in fact watching The Dorkening.
Hello, this is Tom Kenny, voice actor, the voice of the Ice King on Adventure Time, and SpongeBob SquarePants. Ah, meow. Oh, Gary the Snail, too. Hey, guess what you're filling your eye holes and ear holes with? The Dorkening! Oh, I love the Dorkening. Very popular in Ooh. And Bikini Bottom.
Hi, I'm Lou Ferrigno. You're watching The Dorkening. And you know what? You don't like me when I get angry, so don't get me angry. You better keep watching The Dorkening.
Hey guys, this is Felissa Rose, and you're watching The Dorkening.
Hey guys, it's Courtney Palm. We're shooting Death House, and you're watching The Dorkening.
This is Anthony Michael Hall, and you're watching The Dorkening. Stay tuned. My friend's going to show you what entertainment's all about, baby.
The Dorkening.
The Dorkening and all affiliated shows are not intended for anyone under the age of 18. The following may contain discussions or scenes that have adult situations, graphic violence, nudity, strong sexual content, and graphic language. This show is intended for mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is advised.
Rise and shine, my sinners. When Father Evil starts his day, he gets a little deadly. Deadly Grounds coffee has the richest, smoothest flavor you'll find anywhere. It's sinfully delicious. Once you go deadly, you never go back. Order yours at getdeadly.com. Coffee's so good, it's scary.
Hey, welcome to Splash Pages, the comic book club. We have an awesome show scheduled for you today, and we're going to do things a little different this week. You know, we're going to do a longer show for you, and we're going to talk a little bit about some comic news, like has Spider-Woman been cast? There's some news about that. Also, Captain America, Falcon and Winter Soldier. Is there a link with Shang-Chi? We'll get into that and a lot more, along with our main storyline of what are we talking about today, Velvet Joker?
We're talking about Longshot.
Longshot. So we'll get to that.
Series from 1985, I believe.
We'll have to put that on when I don my inner Sofia.
Yeah.
So how you doing? Long time no see.
I'm good. You know, I'm rested, feeling good. Happy 420 to everyone that participates.
I don't, but I fully support it. And when it's legal in Connecticut, then I will give it a shot.
Right. Well, I live where it's legal, so we took a visit. Me and Harley took a visit to the dispensary today, and in Joker style, I got some purple Lamborghini.
Nice.
Purple Lamborghini. We got a little special chocolate bar. You know, a little special chocolate bar, which just finished that a little while ago.
Very cool. So the purple Lamborghini, is it old Countach, or is it a newer one?
Don't worry about it, Leo. It's okay.
See,
go ahead.
No, Alexa, volume 1. We'll shut her up.
Oh, I was like, is the director coming in?
Yeah. No, my wife's getting a call on the Alexa. So, yeah. So, being a kid, I was a big Lamborghini guy. You know,
that refers to in the Suicide Squad, and there was during, he had the purple Lamborghini.
Yeah. Yeah.
Joker did.
Yeah, that was that the I don't know the name of it.
What?
I don't like the newer Lamborghinis. They're I mean they look cool, but nothing beats like the 80s Countach.
Yeah, absolutely. But you know, we're not young men anymore.
No, not at all.
The things that we appreciate are not the same as they once were.
Nope. And the stuff we love, back in the day, it's just it's old fogey shit,
Listen, I mean, I used to all my cars I used to ended up tricking out when I was young. I'd turn the back seats down. It would be all speaker.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's all speaker and different systems and all kinds of crazy stuff. But that's young and crazy. Now you look at the kids doing that and we're like, did I think girls thought that was hot? What was wrong with me?
Yeah.
What was wrong with me? It's so ridiculous. Like that was a mating call, like having a car with dark tints and shiny rims and blacked out back and just booming systems and I was crazy. It was everything from rap to heavy metal. I was very diverse for my time.
Nice.
That's all crazy stuff that you just look back and you laugh.
Yeah. I wasn't crazy with that. It was I had I was driving my parents' old it was a 69 Plymouth Fury 2.
Wow.
Yeah, that
classic.
That was it was in awesome shape and it had a huge 350 motor in it. That thing had balls. And then one day my dad took the motor out and put it into a plow.
Oh my God.
Because he needed a new motor for the plow. So and then I got my my uncle's hand-me-down. It was like it was an old hatchback and it was just it died after a year. Not even a year, I think just a couple months.
Yeah. I think my first car was my senior year. My dad told me, save up some money and I'll match it.
Yeah.
And I saved $1,250 and he matched it and he chose the car. It was in 1989. It was a 1982 Firebird 4-cylinder.
Wow.
4-cylinder. So it looked good, but it was not fast.
Hey, that's all that mattered back then, Robert Lozier says, how crazy are you guys?
I don't know. We're just talking about the old days now.
Yeah, the good old days. Speaking of the good old days, Batman 1989 looks like he's going to be in the Flash.
Mr. Keaton, right?
Yeah, that got confirmed this week.
Yeah, I'm thirsting for some more Keaton. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's. I hope the S that stands for hope. I hope DC doesn't fuck things up. It's just they're on the right track with releasing the Snyder Cut. I hope they keep their noses clean. Robert says I'm an old man as well.
Join the club, Robert. Whoop, whoop.
There wasn't really too much news. I mean, we knew Michael Keaton was going to be in that. They've hinted at it.
Right. Now this is first official.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But I thought he was fantastic as the Vulture.
Yes.
Spider-Man.
Yep.
I thought he did a great job. I don't know if you had seen previously that movie Birdman.
I saw bits and pieces. I couldn't finish it.
All right. Well, you should go revisit that then.
I know. I keep on hearing it. It's excellent. It's just, I don't know why it passed me by.
Yeah.
I'll definitely.
Was it too cerebral for you, Leo?
No, maybe. I don't know.
I'm just playing around.
No, I admit I watch dumb shit. So
we all do.
The other thing I saw, this just came out today. Emilia Clarke. Did you hear the news about her?
Yeah, she's going to be in Secret Invasion, but you know what the secret is? I don't know who she is.
Some people are thinking she may be Spider-Woman.
I don't know who Emilia Clarke is at all.
What?
I don't. Tell me.
Robert says, I remember my first 79 Mustang. Oh, wow.
Nice.
Yeah. She was in Game of Thrones. She was.
See, I was not a Game of Thrones fan. I'm sorry. I couldn't get into it. I know some people love it so, and I could feel, Leo, I could feel your love for Thrones right now.
No love for Thrones right now. Absolutely.
Oh, no love for Thrones.
Oh, I was all about Thrones when it was on. And my wife and I, we were watching it before we got married, and we had like every time a new season was going to start, we'd go back and rewatch all the episodes. Even though we saw them, we just rewatched them all again just to get ready. And it's the last 2 seasons just absolutely sucked so much that I can never go back to the show.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Ruined it for you.
Well, it was the 2 main directors. They ran out of source material, and it turned out they couldn't write worth shit.
Wow.
They did a good job working off of somebody else's work, but when it came to them actually creating, they couldn't create. So they absolutely destroyed the series.
Okay. Now, was Momoa in it till the end?
Nope. He died off first season.
Oh, he was only a first season guy.
Yep. Pretty sure it was first or second season.
Because I was recently reading that he said after he did that, he was pretty broke pretty much until he did the Aquaman.
Oh, wow.
He said he was even having problems like putting money on the table.
Yeah, he was doing some weird shit. He did this this series about he was like it's like the Canadian wilderness of like the 1800s, and he was like a hunter or something like that.
Okay, I didn't know that. I know he did Stargate, which I did not watch also, and then he did Game of Thrones.
Yep.
And then after that, I don't know.
Yeah. He was only on Game of Thrones. Yeah, he wasn't on there for long. But Amelia Clarke was his wife.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well,
now, did she last a while, or was she pretty much done in one and done two?
No, she was there from the very beginning until the very end.
Oh, okay, nice.
And that's one thing that a lot of people don't like, and spoilers, but they built her up to be the savior of the world, and she just ended up riding her dragon and burning the whole world down.
Okay, so she was like the dragon queen or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she just ended up killing so many people. It's painful to think back to it.
I'm sorry. That's what we need. We need real emotion on here.
Yeah. Real emotion like Invincible. You've been watching that?
How about that?
Oh my God, it's so good.
Okay, so are you up to date?
I am.
Okay, I think I am. When does it come out? It comes out on Mondays, right?
Fridays.
Fridays. Okay, I'm up to date.
Yeah. So what do you think of last episode? Or what are you thinking of the season so far?
I love it. The amount of voices in it that I know is insane. It's insane.
Yeah.
I wish I had the list in front of me, but it's like Mark Hamill, Zazie Beetz, the guy that I don't know what his name was on The Walking Dead. He's the main guy.
Yep. So I have the list in front of me.
Okay, great.
So the main actor is Steven Yeun from Walking Dead.
Right.
And his father is J.K. Simmons.
Right.
His mother is Sandra Oh. Also, Amber Bennett. Is Zazie Beetz.
Right, his girlfriend.
Yep. Gray Griffin's in it. Kevin Michael Richardson. Walter Goggins. We love him. Jillian Jacobs. Andrew Reynolds. Zachary Quinto as the robot. Jason. I love this guy. Jason Mantzoukas from Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't watch that show. I don't know who that is.
Yeah, it's he has a new show out too on HBO, but he plays Rexplode.
Okay, my sister was telling me about him.
Yeah, and Mark Hamill, Seth Rogen's in it.
Yes, and who is behind it as well.
Yes.
It's Rogan production.
Yeah, along with Robert Kirkman as the writer, and it's based off of his books,
right?
Which are phenomenal. If you get a chance to check out the trade paperbacks, it's a long read, but I'm only through the first trade paperback, and it's amazing.
Well, I'm interested, but I want to finish this animated series first.
Yeah.
Now, do you know, Leo? I'm not aware. How many episodes are we actually getting of Invincible?
I think, was it 8?
Okay, so it's only 8. So, and this was just the 5th or the 6th?
I think this is. I think it's the 5th.
The 5th.
Yeah, according to IMDb, it looks like it's 8 episodes.
Right.
Yeah.
So, are we spoiling it at this point, or?
Well, I mean, if you're not watching it, you should watch it. And if you're a fan of Invincible, you obviously read the book, so you know what's going on. And it follows closely to the books.
Okay, so if you've watched at least the first 2 or 3 episodes, I'm not spoiling anything for you. So, the dad. I'm sorry. What is his character? What is his superhero name?
That is
Omni-Man. Omni-Man.
Yes. Yep.
So Omni-Man kills the Justice League of the Invincible universe.
Yep.
And but my question is, Leo, and I'm interested to hear what your take on it is. Obviously, he's now aware that he's done this, but does he know why he's done this? That's what I'm intrigued about.
Yeah, and I don't know if. I mean, I think they'll cover it supposedly in the second trade, which we have not covered yet. Apparently, there is a really big twist.
Okay, because I mean, it feels like it's building up to father versus son.
Yeah. There's something everybody keeps on talking about, the big twist, and I don't know what it is because I didn't read that far into the series. And I don't want to spoil the show for myself, so I stopped reading it.
Right.
But apparently there is a really big twist, and I'm assuming they'll end the series on that.
Okay, that'll be interesting then.
Yeah.
So we're on Tuesday now, so we got this Friday.
Yep.
And next Friday.
Yeah.
And that should be it then, right?
I think so. Yeah. And Worf's in it as well.
Who is his character? Are you?
He played the alien that kicked the shit out of Invincible last episode, or episode before last. He was
the Lion Beast guy.
Yeah. That was insane.
We found out Invincible is not so invincible.
No. But he survived. Spoilers. But if you're not watching Invincible, definitely check it out. It's on Amazon Prime Fridays.
Yeah, it's high gore fest though. So if you have a weak stomach, it might not be for you. It's not for the slight of heart.
Yeah, it is pretty gruesome.
It is a bit gory, and has a fair amount of adult content. Not like sexual. Well, I mean sexual, but not showing it.
No. Very manga-ish, maybe a little Akira like violence.
Right. Yeah. Well, the voice actor that plays Rexplosion is kind of plays him as a super douche.
Yeah. So Rexplode, you got to check out Brooklyn Nine-Nine. But yeah, he has another. The guy's a wacko.
My sister's trying to tell me he's got something big on Comedy Bang Bang that's ongoing. I don't know what that is. That's one of those young kid millennial type things.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh yeah, he's Big Mouth, which I don't watch. That's on
Netflix. That's an animated. I haven't watched that either. I'm aware of it.
Yeah. Oh, Close Enough. That's on. I'm pretty sure that's HBO. It's another animated series. That's really good. Let's see. American Dad. Solar Opposites. Looks like he was only in Brooklyn Nine-Nine. The Good Place.
Oh, I saw The Good Place.
Yeah. He was the what was it? The robotic helper. What was it? Janet? He was Janet's husband. Yeah.
Trying to picture him now. Now I know the character you're talking about, but I'm trying to picture what he looks like.
Black hair, really whacked out eyes.
Mm-hmm.
He's pretty whacked out as it is.
Oh, right. He played the kid from Florida that was real dopey, right?
Nope.
Oh.
I will share my screen so you can see.
But that was the one that was in love with Janet.
That was the one that was in love with Janet. Lost permission. Okay, why? Won't let me share my screen. Let's try that again.
Having technical difficulty.
I know. What the hell?
Do.
Well, I'll have to fix that on commercial break.
I'll look it up later.
Yeah. Robert says, I'm an actor at the Factory of Terror. He says,
where's that?
Yeah, where is that, Robert? So also on Fridays, we've been watching Falcon and Winter Soldier. How you been loving that?
Oh, it's great. And what's even greater is it follows the storyline that we just did a few months back. Truth.
Yeah.
America Truth.
Yeah. How do you think they're gonna? So we're coming up to the final episode, but you think they're gonna go back to Isaiah Thomas in a storyline?
Well, he might be touched upon, but maybe he'll feel proud seeing Sam.
Yeah.
Flying. It's still in the Captain America outfit.
Yeah.
Seeing a black man becoming Captain America, which is a lot of the messages that's sending out is how number one, how the military treated black people, similar to the Tuskegee air experiments, and also how the military are treated today.
Yeah.
Not well by the government.
No, and it's apparently it's references what he talks about, the Tuskegee experiments.
The Tuskegee air experiments, correct.
Yeah. Robert says Worcester, Massachusetts or Fall River. I used to work in Fall River.
Okay.
That was a long ass drive.
Awesome, man. Well, I hope you guys open up this year. That would be cool. And I don't know if everyone can have masks on that are scaring people, but it seems like they could in theory.
We're getting to the point where things are opening up. We'll get there.
But do I really want someone screaming in my face some molecules?
Yeah, I know. I hear you. Yeah.
It's a thing, but it's a choice. So maybe some people are okay with that. But I'm just not ready for it yet.
Nope. Maybe in a year or so. Yeah.
But I understand people want to open back up and do their thing. That still scares me a little bit, but it is what it is. See, Robert too. He says him too. I hope this year, if not definitely last year. But hey, we had positive news. We have Terrificon.
Yeah.
Putting up this year in the last weekend of July. It's the first con that I've heard about that seems to be still pressing forward, announcing guests.
Yeah, Terrificon is an awesome show to go to.
Yeah, it has a great reputation. I have a great history with that con. I've been there since the very beginning of its infancy. And I think I've only missed one.
Really?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, which one was that?
3. Oh, the Adam. When Adam West didn't come.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was a tough year.
Yeah. Facebook user says, hi, Leo. Hey, Facebook user. Sorry, I can't see who you are. So along with Friday, we are getting Falcon and Winter Soldier. Some are saying that we just got the Shang-Chi trailer.
Right. But we should stop talking about Falcon and Winter Soldier. I mean, how about that bloody shield, man?
Oh, that was, yeah.
That bloody shield was really, it was like, it stirred feelings.
It did.
Oh, and Facebook user is Sergio.
Hey, Sergio. So we definitely want to talk about how that ties into Shang-Chi, but I was confused. Watching the show, and I was corrected last week. I could have sworn that the new Captain America, John Walker, I could have sworn he had some serum already, but he didn't. He was just a regular soldier.
Correct.
And then, okay, so I thought he was
you thought he was already a super soldier.
I thought he was already a super soldier, but not as strong.
Right. No, I think he was just he did really well and high in the military. They felt that he was the best guy that they can control.
Yeah.
They were mistaken.
Yeah. Rewatching Captain America. I rewatched that today, and
First Avenger Captain America or Winter Soldier Captain America?
First Avenger.
Captain
America. Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead. I'm sorry to interrupt.
No. And it brought back, it definitely tied in some things, because when they're training the soldiers for the superhero soldier program, they wanted to give it to this one main
beefy guy.
The beefy guy who's like, he's like, he can take orders, he's like the perfect soldier.
Typical alpha.
Yeah, and the doctor was like, no, we need to look past that, and and they obviously didn't have, somebody of higher intelligence telling them otherwise with John Walker. It's Captain America needs more than just brawn. It has to be, the right person.
Right. Well, I think the same tone carries through. If you just watched First Avenger, I think the doctor, he actually says, the serum brings out more of what you are.
Yeah.
And now they're talking about that same in Falcon and Winter Soldier. They're saying the same thing. And proof so, because John Walker had a lot of insecurities, and he has rage issues, and he has Captain America envy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Must have seen his Twitter page. Strong.
Robert says, I'm into horror day in and day out, 24/7. If I have to wear a mask to go into a store, I may get into my horror mask.
Awesome, man.
Never out of character. Yeah.
Yes. As me as a Joker cosplayer, I am very familiar with that.
Yeah, you do a great Joker.
Thank you.
We know that.
My voice is a little rusty, though, these days for my signature cackle. I'm going to have to start having some honey tea in the evenings if the con circuit is coming back.
Yeah. Maybe practice it in, do you have close neighbors that will complain?
I don't really care. No, we have cement walls. We're good. We have brick walls.
Nice.
Brick walls in between.
Yeah. My walls, I think, are pretty thin. So it's yeah.
Oh, please, you live in a mansion. Don't try to BS us.
Yeah, right.
It's humongous. The Dorkening Podcast Network empire.
Yeah,
worth
exactly.
7.3 billion. Don't
tell anybody. Don't tell anybody.
I'm sorry. I'm blowing up your spot.
Actually, I'm over in Navy housing. It's where I am. There's a surplus of military housing, so they rent to civilians.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So it's you have good neighbors. It's
awesome. You got the mess tent nearby. You can go have some chow.
No.
No.
You need special to get on base. You need special IDs. So.
Gotcha. I gotcha.
Yeah. So every now and then you get helicopters that fly by, and that you can normally tell when there's like a sub coming in or something.
Oh, do you feel safe?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Robert says the actor from American Hero played in Alien versus Hunter.
Oh.
Oh.
A fun factoid by Robert.
Yeah, totally. So yeah, last episode is this Friday.
Yes, and how about the Wakandan warrior women?
Oh yeah, they kicked John Walker's ass.
Yes. Yes, they did. They and how about disabling my man Bucky's arms? He just like pow pow pow, and his arm just like dropped.
That was awesome.
It was pretty awesome.
Yeah, it was a little humiliating for Bucky, but yeah, it was good.
Yeah, absolutely. He had his boom go. Boop. Yeah. Bye bye.
So, who do you think the power broker is going to be?
I don't know. It's too obvious to say Sharon. I think Sharon may work for him.
Okay.
I don't know. I think it's someone we haven't seen.
I think it's somebody that, and I read earlier today a lot of theories about it. I think it's somebody that we just saw.
That we just saw?
Yep.
So, what, you think it's Batroc?
No. Some people...
you think it's the Viper chick?
No. So they're saying that the reason why they released the 10 Rings trailer this week, right before...
Oh, right. You were telling me about this tie-in that I'm not aware of. So inform me, master of Reddit.
Oh, it's just a theory out there, but...
all right, give it to me.
Some are saying that the Mandarin is going to be the power broker.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That could be interesting.
Yeah.
No, I thought you were talking about the cameo from the Seinfeld chick.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Yeah. So I forgot the character. I guess we don't know what character she is yet.
No, she's Contessa, whatever the hell her name was. But if you look that up, she was in the comics. She was Nick Fury's wife for a while, and she was a double spy agent.
Okay. Yeah, what I was reading was saying because she has the blue streak, they thought they're combining characters, kind of like what they did with WandaVision.
Okay.
The thought is that she's going to be, when she goes to John Walker, she's going to be making her own type of Suicide Squad type of team. You know, it's just going to be a team of like bad eggs.
Oh. Well, then the other tie-in, which I've seen also, is that because Zemo is going to the Raft.
Yes.
And the Raft is where superpowered villains are. They're going to now do the Ultimates, who was headed by Zemo. I never read that story, but I have seen the animated version of that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's interesting.
Nice.
Yeah, they've got a lot of potential. This Disney Plus.
I know, and we're gonna find out in just a couple days.
Yes. What happened in the last episode? It's exciting to see what's in the box.
Yeah, and I really liked the last episode. Hey, Chris says Contessa Valentina Allegra de la Fontaine.
Aha.
Say that. Say that 10 times fast. The last episode really had some awesome character development between Bucky and Sam.
Yeah, they really solidified their friendship.
Yeah.
Because before the friendship was joined by Cap. Now Cap is gone.
Yeah.
And they were sort of frenemies. And now it's a bond.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, I hope they continue this series. I mean, it'll be great to see them in the movies, but the movies is too short. It's just, I want to see more character development with these guys, you know?
Right. Well, I think I saw the director said that there is definitely a potential to do season 2.
Nice.
So that's exciting.
Very exciting. Yeah, Chris says, what you said, Rich, Nick Fury. Oh, she was also in a Nick Fury movie with the Hoff.
Yes, she was. Absolutely, she was.
You watched that recently?
I did? No, I did not.
I
Sorry, I'm getting a phone call. Just going to ignore that. I'll call back.
No worries. Okay. I thought you watched that. I could have sworn you messaged me like, "What is this crap on Plex?"
No, I don't think it was that one. What was
it
the one?
the 80s Captain America one?
Yeah, it was the 80s Captain America one. It was really horrendous. At first, I thought it was the TV show one.
Yeah.
Where he had the motorcycle and it had the clear Captain America shield.
Yep.
I thought it was that one. And then I'm like watching this and I'm like, what the hell is this? How did I miss this? And it was horrendous. So I mean, it was good that I had missed it initially, but just knowing that it existed, but it was really hard to sit through. It was really hard, and I've seen a lot of bad superhero attempts over the years because obviously it took a long time to perfect to what we have today.
Yep.
Even though us as nerds still have commentary about all of it. Even though it is super amazing compared to these just stories that we had on flat paper at one point.
Yeah.
And now they've put them to make it look like it's real and it's amazing. And yeah. It's nerdigasms.
Yeah, some of those 80s movies are pretty bad there.
Yeah, those original Ninja Turtle movies. Go Ninja, go Ninja.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean like the Marvel ones, because you also have the Fantastic Four.
Right.
And then there was also a Punisher one.
Well, they never released that Fantastic Four one, so you can't really blame Marvel for that one.
Yeah, I know.
But boy, man, we're just chatting it up. We haven't even Longshot at all.
We'll get to it. I mean, the big thing this week is Shang-Chi trailer.
Oh yes, that was fun.
That was.
Now, Leo, what's your perception? What's your Shang-Chi history? Are you aware of the character? Are you just finding out? Have you Googled him?
Just finding out. I did some Googling before the show to find out a little bit about it. Because I don't know too much. All I know is seeing this trailer. I love martial arts movies, and I love Marvel movies, and seeing these two together is like, holy shit. Like, I enjoyed Iron Fist more than I should have. Yeah. Okay. Chris says Mark Grunwald was a huge Seinfeld fan. His wife told me he has to be so excited to see Louis taken to his character John Walker. What did you think of the Shang-Chi?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, who else was here? Hi. I'm sorry. We were talking to Chris for a second, so I was confused. But
yeah, sorry.
Yes. I thought it was great. I probably had maybe 10 Shang-Chi comics over the years back in the 70s. I mean, he was basically modeled kind of off Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
Which showed his impact even into the comic world. And it was really cool seeing the trailer. I don't know if you saw, there was a point on the bus where a guy sort of comes through and he's got like kind of this razor on his arm and he just kind of comes through and Shang-Chi kind of just slides under him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a character in the comic called Razor Fist.
Yes. Okay, and Razor Fist is Florian Montuninu, who played Victor Drago in Creed 2.
Ah, of course. Montaninu, of course. Yeah, I mean, that looked, it was super cool. I also really like Kung Fu movies. You actually on Plex, you have that great series that's on Showtime, I think it is.
Yes. I think, no, it got picked up by HBO.
It's HBO?
Yes. What is the name of that series?
And I think it's partnered with like Bruce Lee's granddaughter, I believe.
Yeah. So, it's called Warrior. And yeah. So what it is Bruce Lee's daughter took her father's original writings when he was trying to come up with the show Kung Fu.
Okay.
And so if you watch like Bruce Lee, the Kung Fu story, or what was it?
No, there was a series called Kung Fu, and it was originally supposed to go to Bruce Lee, and it ended up going to John Harrison.
Yeah. So if you watch like Dragon, the Bruce Lee story, they talk about how the show was stolen from him. They essentially took his ideas and stole them. So yeah, this is her taking his original ideas and making the show that he wanted to make.
Yeah, and it's been awesome.
Wolfie says, the Last Dragon.
Right.
Yeah,
and now pairing that kind of skill with Marvel movies and cinematography. It's just, I mean, just we saw that little snippet in that little 2-minute clip. I mean, it looked amazing.
Yeah, it's absolutely looks friggin' phenomenal. I can't wait for it. It comes out it comes out September 3rd. And it stars Simu Liu. I know I'm messing this up, as Shang-Chi. Aquafina's in it.
Mm-hmm.
And, the real Mandarin, Wen Wu, played by Tony Leung. And apparently his father was a different character. So they think they're I don't know if they're merging some characters or they're taking a different storyline for his father, Wen Wu.
Yes, I believe now the old in the comics, his father was Fu Manchu, which is now considered racially insensitive.
Yeah.
So they've reworked something else for that.
Yep.
But there's still clearly he is being raised by some kind of strict dad who's he's got to get his little butt kicked and worked into to be a warrior.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming the dad's gonna be some kind of like mob boss or Tong leader, something to that effect.
Yeah, and I guess the 10 rings was actual rings, and each ring had power.
For the Mandarin, yes. You're not aware of that?
No.
Okay, yeah. He was, I believe he was originally an Iron Man bad guy, and yeah, that was his thing. He found these 10 rings, and each one had a power. Like I don't remember. It was like there was force fields and fire and water. All the different elements plus other different cool things that the rings could do.
Yeah.
Made him all powerful, and supposedly it also gave him long life. So he lived for hundreds and hundreds of years.
Wow. So I guess they're not doing the rings now. I guess it's rings on the arm, because I mean, if you have like actual rings, it's too much like Thanos's gauntlet, from what I've read.
Oh, interesting.
And so apparently Funko had a big leak. The Funko toys. They already, spoiler, the Great Protector, which is a dragon, leaked. And they're assuming that is Fin Fang Foom, which Chris brought up. So the dragon, and actually, if you listen to the music, they actually say in one of the lyrics, "We woke the dragon." During the trailer. So yeah. Now Iron Fist had a dragon as well, right?
Yes, in Kunlun.
Okay.
But that was not Fing Fang Foom.
No. So I'm assuming, did those worlds ever collide in the comics?
Not that I'm aware of.
Yeah.
And also not to be confused with Jormungandr, who was the world serpent that Thor is fated to die by in Norse mythology.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
See that in Norse mythology too.
Oh.
I'm on that Joker brain of mine.
Yeah, it's this is why I love talking to you guys, because my comic knowledge is very lacking. Okay, so Thomas says worst name ever, Fing Fang Fu. And then a triad, more or likely, yeah, the 10 rings are much like stones Thanos chased after.
Right.
Yeah. So and also they're saying in the trailer you see signs of Magipore, which was also revealed in Falcon and Bucky and Falcon show.
Bucky and the Falcon, absolutely.
Yeah, Sam and Bucky. Yeah. So I think
good old boys.
Okay, I know we're running on time and we didn't even talk about Longshot yet. So let me bring up my list. I'm gonna don my inner Sofia. How's that sound?
I don't even know what your inner Sofia is. I just feel like you're the oracle of the Dorkening Podcast Network.
Okay, so I used to love watching.
Do you wear a red wig next week, please?
I could if you want. No. I do have, and I saw you posted it, I do have a Blunt Man hat. I should have worn it today.
Do you? You're Blunt Man and Chronic?
Yeah.
I was trying to wonder how you would feel. I was like, should I like on air like roll up a blunt and just smoke it right on air? I was like, I didn't know if Leah would appreciate that or not, but you do say the over 18 things. You say, sexual content and drugs. So sometimes I wonder if I should just take my shirt off. Throw my junk up in the camera. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm confused. I don't know where the sexual content comes at. I do think you're a terribly handsome man, Leo, but I don't feel quite that way about you.
Well, I put it there because I was afraid with YouTube making all those rule changes. There was some thoughts where if you talked about like stuff that kids liked, but said like adult content, you could like get taken off of YouTube.
Oh,
so
but you're definitely saying you don't want me to throw my junk up on the camera.
Yes, do not.
No junk, no camera junk.
No junk, no. But if you wanted to roll up a blunt, that's fine. Okay. Robert says,
well, it's not prepared here now. Maybe another night. But happy 420.
Happy 420. And Tom says, I don't want to know what inner Sofia is. Can I wear dreadlocks? So my inner Sofia is from Golden Girls. Sofia. She used to say, "Picture it, Sicily, 1969."
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah. So I'm gonna don that. But actually, we're gonna play a commercial right now, because Deadly Grounds, they're a sponsor of ours, and they help pay for the network, and we absolutely love them. I drink way too much coffee as it is, but
what's your flavor of the month, Leo?
I always drink Death by Chocolate, but right now I'm out of Death by Chocolate, so I am drinking Witch's Brew, which is chocolate raspberry.
Oh, I'm a big fan of that flavor profile.
Yeah, and there is a when I place my next order, there is a s'mores flavor I'm going to give a try.
All right.
Yeah. So here's a zombie talking about coffee, and I'm going to try to see if I can grab my Blunt Man hat while this plays. I'll be right back.
Go for it.
Everyone thinks because you're a zombie, you don't know good coffee. Well, they're wrong. There's only one brew that gets my seal of approval. Deadly Grounds coffee is my guilty pleasure. The aroma is so intoxicating. It brings all of my neighbors out of the woodwork. Deadly Grounds coffee. Coffee to die for, and zombie approved. It's good to get a little deadly. Use the front door! Oh, they're so disgusting.
Hard to do it with my headphones.
We're back. There he is.
We're back.
Found it. He found it. He's trying to get the ears to work. There you go. There you go. Oh my God, I'm doing a podcast with Kevin Smith. Holy shit.
Okay, so Longshot. We'll do this. Longshot. You know what? I need my headphones. So. All
right.
There.
Goodbye, man.
Yeah. I love Kevin Smith, but yeah, it's my wife actually helped me fix this with the ears, because when you buy it, it's a cheap thing. The ears flop down, but well, anyway, let's see.
Jerks in the universe giving you shoddy material.
Robert, that was fast. Yeah. So check show notes down below or up above for Deadly Grounds. There's a link there. And we urge you definitely check them out. Best coffee you'll ever have. Absolutely amazing. And it's a little mom and pop shop here in Connecticut. So, it's support, indie businesses.
Yes, thank you. We appreciate it, Deadly Grounds.
Yeah. Okay. So channeling my inner Sofia, picture it. Sicily, 1985 through 1986. Ronald Reagan was president. Magic Johnson and the LA Lakers beat Larry Bird and the Boston Celtics that year. And the NBA Finals. So we paid.
Spoiler
alert. We paid an average ticket price of $3.77 to go to the movies.
What a bargain.
We paid that to go see Goonies, Weird Science, Rocky IV, Back to the Future, and Rambo First Blood Part 2. On the boob tube, we watched Family Ties, Growing Pains, Who's the Boss, and Night Court. And if you were a kid in 1985, on Saturday morning cartoons, we watched Muppet Babies, The Smurfs, Star Wars had Droids and Ewoks, Snorks, Mr. T, and Dungeons and Dragons.
I pity the fool.
Yeah, Mr. T cartoon. That was Angelina. No, we're still going on. We're trying a different format this week. So
yeah, usually she's sleeping this late.
I know. It's she's over in the UK. We thank you for joining in. Robert says seen them all. Yeah, totally. Grew up. I love Snorks. Didn't really watch too much Dungeons and Dragons though. Did you watch that?
The cartoon?
Mm-hmm.
I did indeed. It was fun.
Yeah, I need to.
Dungeons and Dragons.
So gas cost $1.12 a gallon.
Wow.
The world sang with Live Aid, and for some reason, we were excited about New Coke.
New Coke.
Yeah, so that brings us back to 1985, 1986. Get us in our right form of knowledge. So from the Mojo verse comes to star in his own limited series, Longshot, got it all. Leather, looks, and so much luck. It's actually his mutant power. But with his recent arrival to Earth, leaving his identity in question, Longshot discovers he's got a long road ahead in uncovering his truest, non-engineered self. Ann Nocenti and Arthur Adams present Longshot. So his first issue of a 6-issue miniseries that represents the first major work of both Nocenti and Adams. The Longshot series established Longshot as an amnesiac fugitive from another dimension who discovers that he has favorable probability outcomes or good luck that protect him when his motives are pure. And that he has a paradoxical genetically engineered clone, say that 3 times fast, of his future son, raised to be a slave who led a rebellion on his dystopian world against former master and enemy Mojo. And I believe this was Mojo's first appearance, right?
Yes.
The character subsequently becomes a recurring fixture in the various X-Men related books, which see him as a member of the X-Men from 1986 to 1989, a member of Tony Bedard and Chris Claremont's Exiles teams, and a member of the third incarnation of X Factor from 2008 to 2013, as well as his own solo adventures. Versions of the character have also appeared in the Ultimate Marvel line of books and television and video games.
Yeah, so he wasn't just a one and done.
No. So, 2 a.m. now, Angelina. And Robert was born in 1967.
Nice.
We're not too far off there, Robert. And hopefully I can share my screen now and I can bring up. No, I can't share it. Damn it. Well, yeah, I'll have to fix it for next week. What did you think of Longshot?
Well, this was an interesting story. It wasn't your typical superhero story where, it's just like, hey, here's the villain, here's the bad guy, go get him. It was definitely an evolution story. We start off where Longshot he's very pure and sort of what's the word? Tabula rasa. He's like a blank slate. He obviously doesn't know our culture, but he doesn't remember where he's from. He doesn't know who he is, his background. he's just thrown into this world, and he's got to figure out there's people attacking him. We get interactions with different superheroes. Now, I believe, Leo, and I know Drew would know this off the top of his head, but I think this was Longshot's introduction into the Marvel Universe, this series. I think this was beginning of building of an integral character that they were going to insert into the X-Men, and they wanted to bring, because they brought in what? They brought in She-Hulk, they brought in Spider-Man, and then finally, who was a more integral part of the story, Doctor Strange.
Yep.
And they really brought you into the what the Mojo verse was. They were, in this 6-episode series, they were kind of trying to encapsulate a universe, and how that universe was trying to invade into our universe.
Yeah. Amy is asking, is there a spectacular this week? No spectacular. But I think, Chris is taking a couple weeks off, and then we'll figure out what's going to go from there. I like this. So we had some special appearances. We saw She-Hulk. We saw Spider-Man,
right,
and Doctor Strange at the end.
Right, and Longshot was holding his own against the two formers that you were talking about, She-Hulk and Spider-Man.
Yeah. His luck was, and I got a little annoyed where he kept on saying, good luck, good luck, good luck. But it was, it's kind of hard to see. I mean, you had that character from Deadpool 2, that her superpower was good luck.
Domino.
Yeah. So I'm assuming this was very similar, and it's, you can see where, good luck could definitely come into play, just throwing knives and they just land in the right way. And it's, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed that the character, he's always trying to do good. Like he runs into that one guy that's trying to commit suicide, and he's talking about, Con Ed is a bunch of thieves. We all know the electric company is a bunch of thieves, but he's like, he thinks they're actual thieves, so let's go steal from them. Let's go take back what's ours.
Right.
Yeah,
very simplistic view of the world.
Yeah. So I like that part, and the art was it wasn't terrible. Definitely, it seemed to change up definitely when they got to Spider-Man. Did you notice that?
There was definitely different styles.
Yeah,
absolutely. But I liked it. I like the art style. It was older. It's interesting. The link you provided didn't work on my reader. So I went elsewhere on the internet to find it, and it was actually a picture of, it was like someone had taken a picture of the comic.
Yeah.
So it was even a little faded. It was still not really yellow, but not quite crisp white. And just the strokes and stuff like that. I thought it's a fun style that you don't see every day.
Yeah. Angelina wants to know, what's your favorite superhero? And actually, while you do that, I'm going to put the camera on you, and I'm going to try to see if I can fix something. I'll be right back. But why don't you tell Angelina what your favorite character is, and I'll be right back. I'll put the camera on.
Spot. Who could be my favorite superhero? Wow, there are just so many. But I have to admit, I've always been a bit partial to the Hulk. Maybe that was because I grew up with the 1970s TV show of the Hulk. But I remember, I'm a child of the 70s and 80s, reading the Hulk comic book back then, and it, started when he was just a brainless brute. And he has certainly evolved over the years. And I always liked powerful characters, and, I guess being a male and being a skinnier nerd when I was younger, who, believe it or not, was very shy and not very talkative at all. I think I'm making up for it now. What do you think, Leo?
You definitely are, and loving it. Same here. I was, I don't know if I was an introvert or not, but, I kept to myself, kept to my computers, and, I'd have to say, my favorite character is toss up between Superman and Batman. I love Batman because he's just some normal dude.
You're a very classic kind of guy. You like the classic heroes.
Yeah, and Superman, I grew up with Christopher Reeves, and just an iconic Superman. So
Right, right. Well, I don't know. You know what? Actually, Angelina, I'm going to change mine. My favorite superhero is the Joker because he's a superhero and Batman is the bad guy, and you're not going to tell me otherwise because he's just trying to ruin my good fun.
hey, it's all from a different point of view,
Yeah,
From a certain,
it's all about perspective. Listen, it just takes one bad day.
Yeah.
One bad day, Leah. One bad day, and that's what Longshot was having. He was having a really bad day.
He was, and I have this fixed. Robert, his favorite character is Batman, and he says 9 o'clock here, and Angelina says worlds apart. Totally agree, and I think she said mine was Superman. So I was able to get this fixed, so we can see the issue.
There we go. There's Shulky herself.
Yeah, and she gives him a good wallop. He's able to survive it, but
yeah, he's bouncing around like the beast.
Yeah. Angelina says, "Nope, you made your choice. Haha, can't change your mind." Yeah. Let me bring up Chris Warren. Right, it's had Spider-Man. I think they appeared in the same issue. Here we go.
Yeah, there's old Peter Parker.
Yeah, it just seemed, they definitely took interest in drawing. Like Spider-Man's drawn excellent here.
Right. Well, he made the news because Longshot made the news because he did end up robbing Con Ed, and there turned out there was diamonds, and the diamonds are also necessary for doing portals into the Mojo verse.
Yep.
But apparently that also requires dancing by Spiral, who is the woman with 6 arms.
Yeah,
Spiral was also, she ended up being a regular baddie for the X-Men. She could open portals and she could fight her butt off with those mechanical arms. So she became a pretty regular X-Men baddie.
Yeah. Matter of fact, when I was doing my research for tonight's show, and somebody mentioned in the comments talking about Longshot being in the old X-Men 90s cartoon. And she was in the episode as well. It was her and Longshot and Jubilee was the scene, and Wolverine. And Mojo, I knew nothing about Mojo going into this, but he's fucked up.
Yeah, he's crazy. He's straight up crazy, and I don't even feel like they're really showing his power because he's like decimated people.
I mean,
like cities. I mean, he controls a whole universe, and they get into other things, but you really don't see in this series. He does like gladiatorial type games for his amusement. He's quite the nutbag, but an interesting baddie.
Yeah, at one point he says when he comes to Earth, he's like, what is that bright thing in the sky? The sun. Do I own the sun? make sure it shines on me because I'm the spotlight of the universe. So go up there and bring it down and make sure it's just shining just on me. It's really, really fucked up. Angelina says, I cried when I was little, wanted to see the new Superman movie, but Mom made me see Care Bears. I didn't go to the following weekend.
But you know what? Now you know how to Care Bear share, Angelina. So that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, but at least you got to see it. It's just I think I had to wait for VHS in order to see Superman. Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. So.
Yeah, the music is just phenomenal as well. Just John Williams couldn't do any wrong. Back then.
He was knocking out of the park back in the day.
Oh, totally. Still does. Yeah, and I wasn't a big Doctor Strange guy in the comics as well.
Yeah, I was. Doctor Strange was a great character. I mean, he was different than the other superheroes. He was a sorcerer. It wasn't like superpowers per se. It was things that he learned, magic, ancient rites. To gain power. I thought that was pretty awesome.
Yeah. So, your overall, how many crowbars would you give this?
I'm gonna give this a 7.5 crowbars.
7.5.
I thought it was an interesting introduction. I know for someone who's really not connected to the X-Men universe, this might have been a weird introduction. So part of my rating is also off knowing the character better than you. But I mean, I thought they touched on some interesting things that could have been crossed, racial lines with Quark and how he looked and people's perception. So I thought it was kind of diverse. So yeah, I definitely feel it was for a 7.5.
Okay.
Justifying my readings.
Okay. I'm going to go a little lower, and I know Drew's going to yell at me for this, but I'd have to say, probably a 6.5. 6. Yeah.
I understand that because again, it's a weird introduction to the character.
Yeah, halfway throughout the book, I was wondering like, what the heck is going on, and towards the end, I really connected with it, and I enjoyed the storyline. But the artwork wasn't fantastic, and I think there was a little too much writing at some point. It felt sloppy at some point. Sometimes you can say more with less,
Right. Well, they probably didn't have to stretch it out for 6. It was definitely an evolution story. Like we were saying, he was coming in as tabula rasa, and at the end, he sort of knew, and he didn't 100% know what his history was, but he had a much better idea. He had a basic framework of his life, and he seemed he was more in control.
Yeah. I thought this was absolutely batshit crazy what they did to Ricochet.
Yeah, it made her scream until she could scream no more.
Yeah, and he's gleeful because it's a silent scream. It's just the horrors that she saw. I mean, she was tied up to the bow of a ship and then taken through interdimensions.
Right. Yeah. Robert would appreciate this because if he's such a horror fan, I mean, there was definitely a nice little horror aspect of the torture that Mojo put her through, and also, I mean, a lot of places just his existence would make plants die, and if he touched you and he had the right inkling, he could just make you turn old or incinerate your body instantly.
Yeah.
Crazy time.
Yeah. If you are interested in reading this, I do have a link in the show notes down below or up above, depending on where you're watching or listening to us. Also, this is available on Marvel Universe. Is it Marvel? Marvel Unlimited.
Marvel Unlimited.
Yeah. So, I have both Marvel Unlimited and DC Universe for some ungodly reason. But yeah,
right.
It's always good to, support the publishers, and so it's available on Kindle, or you can do Marvel Universe.
Awesome.
Yeah. Rich, do you have anything else, my friend? Anything else you want to say before we sign things off? I know we ran a little late today.
Yeah. Well, I want to say I'm very happy to hear that Derek Chauvin is guilty. I hope they sentenced him to a really long time in jail.
I have to say I'm sad because I don't know what's going on.
Oh, okay. Well, at 5 o'clock tonight, he has been announced guilty on 3 charges.
And what did he do?
He's the guy who knelt on the gentleman who was killed for 9.5 minutes.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Floyd.
Okay.
Derek Chauvin was the cop that knelt on George Floyd's neck for 9.5 minutes.
God, I didn't know his name.
This trial proved that that was unnecessary force. So
awesome.
He got 2 death charges and 1 manslaughter charge. And if what I was reading was correct, in Minnesota, because he has a clean record, the most he can get is 12.5 for each murder charge, which is 25 years, and 4 years for manslaughter, which is 29 years. Which I think, if what I read correctly, those will be the mandatory minimums that he could get. But he can get as much as 40 or 50 years.
Nice.
So those will be miserable years for him.
Yep, I hope so.
I am not. This is not political, and I am not anti-cop, but I'm anti-bad cop.
Yep. Yeah, totally agree.
Not trying to put a negative spin or anything on the end of the show, but you asked for one thing, and it's been on my mind since it happened at 5 o'clock today, and it's an emotional.
Yeah.
Finally, perhaps we'll move forward with the police force that will realize that some things that they do will be held accountable.
Yeah,
if they cross the line.
Yeah, like with any, there's you definitely have to weed out the bad seeds, and
Right. Well, I believe it's deeper than that, but I mean that's a much larger conversation, Leo.
Yep, exactly.
But I just wanted to keep that short and sweet. Thanks for tuning in late, Angelina. And it's always good chatting with you, Leo.
Same here, Rich. We'll have to talk about what we're going to do for next week. We'll have to figure out a book for that. And, let us know what you thought of the, we're definitely molding the show a little bit differently. We definitely want to talk more about, comics in general, along with, the pick of the week. So we'll do the pick of the week, one storyline and read that. And then, maybe we'll do more comic news and maybe, we'll have to figure out something big for May 4th because our show, I believe, lands on May 4th.
Right.
Yeah. So we'll pick out something cool for Star Wars. I found out.
I'm going to go check out some purple Lamborghini.
There we go. Well, Rich, where do you like people interacting with you?
You always put it on the links, but you can catch me Velvet Joker 2021 on Instagram. I'm Rich Davis on Facebook, formerly known as the CT Joker for many years on the Cosplay Community Network. That's me.
Okay. And for me, just Google Leo Pond. You find a bunch of stuff. Could be true, could be not. I'm not going to say which is which, but I do run the Dorkening Podcast Network. Over 30 shows on the network. Everybody doing awesome stuff. And thank you everybody for watching. And we'll catch you guys later. Bye.
All right. Have a good night.